creativity. It's a known fact that grass increases creativity from 8 to 11 times. In fact, everyone finds that they're more creative stoned. That's straight. So remember,
A-R-I-J-U? N-E-U-A-N-A. Marijuana. Marijuana.
Don't mind if I do. It is Tuesday, March 25, 2025, almost a quarter of the way through the year that marks the quarter-century mark of the 21st century. And on today's edition of the Maurologue, we're going to start with a philosophy that I've been practicing like it's jazz piano: non-resistance. You see, when life throws you turbulence, you've got two choices: brace for impact or become the wind. Non-resistance isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's pausing before reacting. It's watching your ego puff up and saying, "Not today, drama." As Byron Katie says, when you argue with reality, you lose, but only 100% of the time. So ride the waves, don't wrestle them. Let people be who they are and trust that your peace is too precious to spend on someone else's storm. Resistance is heavy. Flow is free. Choose accordingly. Now, from letting go to letting loose, Comedy Gold was minted in D.C. this week when Conan O'Brien accepted the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, while the Kennedy Center crumbled behind him like a set piece in a late-night sketch. Amid the swirl of politics and punchlines, Conan slow danced with Mark Twain impersonators and shredded Neil Young with Adam Sandler. It was absurd, it was beautiful, and it was proof that laughter, like truth, is sometimes the last thing standing when the circus burns down. You can catch the madness on Netflix May 4. The force be with you. Assuming the venue hasn't been rebranded as the Roy Cohn Pavilion. All right, from comedy icons to corporate titans, Fast Company just released their list of the 50 most innovative companies of 2025, and baby, we are living in the sci-fi sequel we didn't know we were starring in. There is Waymo to get to, but we'll begin with Waymo. It has robo-taxis rolling. Histosonics is vaporizing tumors with sound waves. Duolingo's deranged owl is back at it. And Kendrick Lamar's P.G. Lang is redefining the creative empire. From cancer cures to canned water with a death wish. Hello, liquid death. Innovation is sprinting, and the future doesn't even have time to lace up its shoes. Well, I missed it yesterday, speaking of time, but on March 24, 1936, the longest game in NHL history was played. The Detroit Red Wings, the Montreal Maroons, 6 overtimes, 116 minutes and 30 seconds of bone-rattling, stick-snapping endurance, and at 2:25 a.m. Eastern, a rookie named Mud Brunito sealed the win. Normie Smith made 92 saves and sweated off 12 pounds in goal. These days, that's called a detox. Back then, it was called playoff hockey. Speaking of which, tonight's showdown in Winnipeg isn't just a battle for the NHL's President's Trophy. It's a front row seat to hockey history in the making. The Jets want top seed and home ice glory, but the Washington Capitals come armed with a living legend. Alex Ovechkin sits at 887 goals. That's just 7 shy of Wayne Gretzky's all-time record of 894. And he's chasing immortality like a slap shot on a breakaway. Can Winnipeg ground the Great Eight, or will Ovi light the lamp an inch closer to the crown? Either way, this one's got playoff intensity and GOAT-level stakes. The puck drops at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on TNT. Switching gears, your microbiome might be controlling your mood. That's right, those trillions of gut bacteria are on a direct line to your brain, influencing anxiety, energy, and maybe even how much you like this show. So, treat your belly like royalty. Fiber, probiotics, movement, And yes, that banana you stress ate last night, well, that's therapy in fruit form. And speaking of natural medicine, how about elderberry juice? A new trial shows it may boost metabolic health, torch fat, and support your gut, all from 12 ounces a day. Who knew your grandma's cold remedy was also a metabolic secret weapon? Well, the Golden Gate Bridge has long been a tragic landmark for suicide, but after installing prevention nets just 20 feet below the deck, suicides have dropped by a whopping 73%. That's not a statistic, that is a lifeline. And it proves something simple and sacred. When we care enough to intervene, we change the ending. Meanwhile, suicide and overdose are top killers of young Americans, and 1 in 5 teenagers has seriously considered ending their life. That's not a stat either, that's a siren. But here is the good news. It's preventable. The JED Foundation's proven it. When schools and communities actually prioritize youth mental health, kids thrive. Less crisis, more connection. Less dropout, more hope. So whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just a human who cares, this is your call to action. Show up, speak up, and help build a world where no young person feels like they're fighting alone. Well, today we light a candle at the altar of immortal music because March 25th gave us both Aretha Franklin and Sir Elton John, a 1-2 punch of pure sonic royalty. Aretha Franklin, born in 1942, didn't just sing the gospel, she was the gospel. A vocal powerhouse whose voice was officially declared a natural resource by the state of Michigan. She earned the title Queen of Soul and made it mean something. How legendary? 18 Grammy Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Award. The first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 112 Billboard charted singles, including 20 #1 rhythm and blues hits. And oh yeah, she turned Otis Redding's respect into a global demand for dignity. She is missed. May the Queen of Soul rest in power. Then, 5 years later to the day, Reginald Dwight landed on Earth in a bedazzled cape and rose-tinted glasses. You know him as Sir Elton John, born March 25, 1947, the same year as Mama Ronaldo, although she came into this world on August 18. John was a genre-bending piano prodigy who brought glam, guts, and goosebumps to generations. His stats, over 300 million records sold, 9 #1 Billboard hits, including Benny and the Jets and Candle in the Wind, 2 Oscars, 1 Tony, and 6 Grammy Awards, knighted by the Queen for his contributions to music and charity. And let's not forget, he rewrote the musical Map with Bernie Taupin, turning personal pain into platinum poetry. Today's motivation: happiness isn't the prize at the end of the struggle. It's the practice of being okay with who you are right now. If you're looking for a reason to smile, start with the fact that you're still here, still standing, still listening. Thank you for tuning in to the Maurologue, your daily dose of wit, wisdom, and whoa. Now go out there, hold the door for someone, and keep fighting the good fight.